From your local news leader and the Spirit of Community Award winner, this is NBC 10 News at 10.
A Grambling honor student shot and killed at a party in Winsboro last night. We tell you what we know so far. And a 16-year-old Swanson Correctional Center escapee is still on the run. Officials are asking for the public's help. Plus, the search continues for a missing deputy in Grand County, Arkansas. Multiple agencies are joining forces to find him. Hello and thank you for joining us this evening. I'm Anna McAllister. Chelsea Jones has the night off. Topping our 10 o'clock hour, a Grambling honor student shot dead at a house party in Winsboro last night. The community grieving over the loss and demanding justice. NBC 10's Maya Hudgens has the story.
It was supposed to be a night of fun. However, that's not how it ended. Sunday, July 20th, Wanisha Bush attended a house party on the corner of Blanson and Smith Street in Winsboro. During that party around 1:10 a.m. Sunday, she was shot and killed. It's unclear how this all started. Officials believe Bush was an innocent bystander at the wrong place at the wrong time. Sheriff Cobb states that he personally knew the victim, saying she was a fine person in college who was succeeding in her life. Her tragic death is the result of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Bush's friends and family want not only justice, but want to honor her memory. Loved ones will have a balloon release for Wanisha Monday evening on Blanson Street. They are also planning a walk for justice in her honor. Bush was an honor student at Grambling University, where she was studying psychology. She was only 20 years old. Franklin Parish Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who knows anything about the shooting to come forward. Reporting in Winsboro, Maya Hudgens, NBC 10, your local news leader.
Continuing our crime beat, Louisiana State Police are asking for the public's help to help locate a juvenile escapee from Monroe. Police say 16-year-old Kelvin Williams and another juvenile escaped from Swanson Correctional Center early Friday morning. Officials say Williams and his accomplice burglarized a car and stole a cell phone during their escape. The other juvenile was arrested in Shreveport, but Williams is still on the run. He's believed to be in the Shreveport or Monroe area and is considered to be armed and dangerous. If you see him, call police. And Union Parish Crime Stoppers are asking for the public's help in finding several wanted suspects. Justin Bain Oliver, Mikado Kemp, Jonathan Marroquin, and Lawrence D. Miller all have warrants out for their arrests. Their crimes range from forgery, felony theft, possession and distribution of narcotics, and aggravated assault. If you have any information about their whereabouts, call the Union Parish Sheriff's Office or Union Parish Crime Stoppers at 318-368-9679. And Louisiana State Police say an 87-year-old man was killed in a car crash Saturday afternoon. Charles May was traveling south on Highway 167 near Dubac when his vehicle traveled to the right side of the road and then down an embankment. The car rolled over several times and May was pronounced dead at the scene. He was not wearing a seatbelt. It's unclear what caused the crash. And in Arkansas news, the search continues for a Grant County deputy who went missing on Lake Ouachita Friday night. Multiple agencies joining forces to find him. KARK's Rochelle Turner has the story.
Dozens of law enforcement agencies searching for Grant County Sheriff's Deputy Keith Wright.
Oh, Lord, you can't describe how much outpouring of offers to help from all our agencies in Arkansas.
Grant County Sheriff Ray Vance says this is tough, especially since it's his brother in blue.
We're under a lot of pressure. We're this is one of our own.
Montgomery County Sheriff's Office leading the search Saturday. The sheriff says Wright was enjoying time on the lake Friday night when it happened.
Him and a friend have been on a pontoon boat. They jumped off the boat approximately the same time.
The sheriff says the two surfaced, but their boat drifted. Law enforcement confirms Wright got away from his friend as they were swimming back to the pontoon.
Friend then made it to the shore and was able to get help.
Multiple law enforcement agencies came together to look for the deputy.
We used a helicopter from the state police. Game and Fish, if they had drones, we've flown over some of the land areas.
Sheriff's offices using all of their resources to search for one of their own.
We're really hoping for the best, planning for the worst. Right now, our prayers are with family.
Officials are urging anyone who has any information to call the Mountain Harbor Resort if they see anything. Coming up on NBC 10 News at 10, a Texas couple gets a surprise of a lifetime on their wedding day. The man who was the recipient of their deceased son's heart shows up to the ceremony, giving them a chance to listen to his heartbeat. But first, Jared has a look at your forecast. Jared?
Setting up for a cold front that will move through the area tomorrow, and it does bring the potential for some showers and storms. And beyond that cold front, a break, at least for late July standards. Forecast is NBC 10 News at 5:10 continues.
Are you a DirecTV or AT&T UVerse subscriber who can no longer watch our sister station, Fox 14, through your television provider? First, we apologize for the inconvenience, as DirecTV and AT&T has refused to accept our parent company's offer to extend negotiations to avoid disruption to your service. We encourage you to reach out to DirecTV and AT&T at the number on your screen to express your concern for not receiving programming from KARD Fox 14, in addition to the most accurate weather forecast and local news that protects and informs you and your family.
Closed captioning, sponsored by Vantro Toyota. Right on the corner, right on the price.
Everyone deserves a best friend. Clear the Shelters is back on August 17th. Join NBC 10, Fox 14, and Banner Ford for this nationwide pet adoption event. Last year, more than 100,000 animals found their forever homes. Find your new best friend. Go to myequipments.com for a participating shelter near you.
Help precious animals like these find a loving home. Together,
let's clear the shelters.
Sponsored by Vanguard Realty, Batteries Plus Bulbs, and Johnny's Pizza.
we're celebrating summer at Sparks Kia in Monroe with our big summer sales event. Don't miss our hottest deals of the year, like new Kia Rios with automatic Bluetooth, rear camera, and more. Now only $199 down, $199 a month. A brand new car for just $199 a month. New Kia Optimas with brake assist, rear camera, and Bluetooth, only $279 down, $279 a month. Plus Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Hurry in while they last. Now at Sparks Kia in Monroe.
I switched from Dodge.
We switched from Ford.
I switched from Ram. I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy. We switched to Chevy.
For dependability.
For these guys.
And just look at it.
We switched to Chevy. See for yourself why people are switching at the Chevy All-Star Open House.
Get 15% below MSRP on this all-new Silverado. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Silverado LT pickups. See your Super Chevy dealer today.
First 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra. Step up to GMC with 20% below MSRP on this 2019 Sierra Crew Cab SLE with a standard tailgate. That's over $10,000 on this next generation Sierra. See your Monroe area GMC dealer. NBC 10 News at 10 continues.
A Texas couple got an incredible gift right before they tied the knot. They got a chance to hear their deceased son's heartbeat again, thanks to the kindness of several strangers, including the recipient of their son's heart. Charlie Edsity has the story.
Marriage, a union between two hearts, and for Monica and Dean, getting to this day has been a decade-long journey. But a piece of their hearts is missing.
It all started back in 1991. I was born with a bad heart.
This is 28-year-old Travis. He says from the very beginning, his heart was struggling to work.
And all through my life, I've dealt with open heart surgeries, and I've had 5, and Colton was the 6th one.
Colton is the oldest son of Monica and Dean. He suddenly passed away in 2012. He was just 11 years old.
He was just the sweetest kid in the entire world. I mean, he loved football and he loved the Houston Texans.
And it was Colton's gift, a new heart that would wind up saving a then 20-year-old Travis's life. The strangers connected by Colton have never met. But that's where Amanda comes in.
Yeah, my sister is my best friend. And so, like, right now, she thinks that I'm at the courthouse in Conroe filing paperwork. God forgive me.
The couple has no clue they're about to be given the ultimate wedding day surprise, a connection made through organ donation.
The polls show and the statistics show is that 95% of Americans support organ donation, but only 56%, 58% actually register.
Family and friends take their seats, flowers in hand, and prayers said. Then the big surprise.
Colton's not here. physically, but he's here.
It's been 7 years, and that's something we've always wanted.
Monica and Dean got to hear their son's heartbeat, bringing them to tears,
Colton is here.
but also giving
Closure. Hurt his heart.
I don't think there is any words.
And for Travis, he says he has finally fulfilled what his heart has been longing to do.
Because you're bringing the heart back home. Like, I mean, to me, this is just temporarily hard. Like, I'm just borrowing it. And to me, this is where it belongs.
I'm so glad you're here.
With this wonderful and awesome family.
In Willis, Charlie Edsity, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
What a beautiful story.
Absolutely. Like I said, strangers connected in a bond that will last a lifetime. Good stuff.
Absolutely.
All right, across the region, we do have some rain left over. Most of it's on its way out. We'll take a look at the forecast. That's coming up next.
Need guidance on making better financial decisions? Watch Your Money. And get tips on everything from home mortgages to protecting yourself from internet fraud. Your Money, Monday on NBC 10 News Today. Brought to you by Homeland Bank.
Pick up the July issue of Bayou Life magazine and see the winners of the Bayou Buzz Awards. From beauty to boutiques and burger to bartender, it's your favorites throughout Northeast Louisiana. Pick up your copy today or visit BayouLifeMag.com.
Hi, I'm Randall Gilly. For over 40 years, Gilly's has served our community with exceptional service. We have some of the best trained employees in our industry, some that have been with us for over 26 years.
During Lennox Spring Sales Event, receive up to $1,600 rebates or finance a new Lennox system for as low as $116 a month. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Just call the local guys, Gilly's Heating and Cooling.
Gilly's Heating and Cooling. We heat you up, we cool you down.
First 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra. Step up to GMC with 20% below MSRP on this 2019 Sierra Crew Cab SLE with a standard tailgate. That's over $10,000 on this next generation Sierra. See your Monroe area GMC dealer.
Pick up the July issue of Bayou Life magazine and see the winners of the Bayou Buzz Awards. From beauty to boutiques and burger to bartender, it's your favorites throughout Northeast Louisiana. Pick up your copy today or visit BayouLifeMag.com.
LSU Tiger fans, it's time to get up and go. Get in the game and get the inside stories on Go Nation. Tonight at 11:30 on NBC 10. Sponsored by Gordon McKernan, Injury Attorneys. Live Storm Tracker Doppler Radar, sponsored by bankruptcy attorney E. Orem Young. Now, your local weather with Chief Meteorologist Jared Floyd.
Take a look at the new Live Storm Tracker Doppler Radar brought to you by E. Orem Young. Not much out there. We did have some clusters of thunderstorms started in southern portions of the Arklamis earlier today, and then some of the outflow boundaries from that activity propelling northward, and that generated some scattered storms along the I-20 corridor starting late this afternoon and then continuing well into the evening hours. Again, some brief downpours and some cloud-to-ground lightning that caused some issues in some spots. We've had some reports of some lightning strikes, which is pretty normal for summertime storms. Once they get going, you know, lightning is usually one of our biggest headaches. Along with that, the periods of heavy rainfall. Severe thunderstorm watches and warnings in place across the Ozarks from the Tulsa area northward into far southeastern reaches of Kansas, far southwestern Missouri, and northwestern Arkansas. Again, you can see the severe thunderstorm watch that's in effect mainly for southern Missouri, and that's along our frontal boundary that'll swing through our area tomorrow. And that front will bring the potential for some showers and thunderstorms as it works its way through, but really more noticeably the cooler air for the rest of the week. Temperatures right now are still in the mid-70s, some spots actually holding on to the low 80s. Those are obviously areas that kind of whiffed on the rainfall today. 81 at Camden currently at this hour. Future tracker shows as we go through the day tomorrow, normal, typical, hot, humid summer day. Most of us will see low 90s. Then the front arrives by late evening. Notice the northerly winds out behind the front, and ahead of it, the showers and storms probably knocking temperatures down a few degrees. And then that air mass moves in as we work into Tuesday morning, and most spots will probably fall into the upper 60s to low 70s. And then temperatures really kind of struggle to rebound through much of the afternoon. I think most of us will see 80s. I think upper 70s in mid-July for high temperatures is kind of a pipe dream at this point, but it's nice to think about, I guess. Either way, low to mid-80s expected across the region. General warm-up expected as the winds shift gradually from the north to the northeast to the east to the southeast through much of the week, and that should carry a general warming trend along with it. So we'll look for lows tonight, eventually in the mid-70s. Most of the rain's already wrapped up, but we'll keep a 10% shot out there. The clouds will hang around, too, with a light southerly breeze. High temperatures tomorrow back in the low 90s. Again, showers and storms expected along the cold front as it moves through late in the day. Winds will stay out of the southwest. Look at the rest of the forecast as we head into this upcoming work week. Front arrives tomorrow afternoon, evening, night, depending on location. It'll arrive, obviously, earliest in the north and western sections of the Arc La-Misse, and it will exit latest in the south and east areas of the Arc La-Misse. Either way, we'll look for temperatures to fall back off pretty noticeably into the mid-80s for Tuesday and Wednesday. Most of the rain moving out early Tuesday morning, or at least hopefully by around lunchtime on Tuesday, and then the skies clear thereafter. General warm-up carries us back to near 90 by the start of the weekend, but overall, aside from some isolated scattered showers and storms by then, once we get the rain to scoot out early Tuesday morning, some very nice conditions headed our way for this week. Be sure to get out and enjoy it. Again, as we've mentioned for a while, mid-80s don't happen very often without a lot of cloud cover and rainfall in late July in the Arc La-Misse.
80s, not bad at all.
No, nothing to sneeze at.
Awesome. So coming up at NBC 10 News at 10, a recent study shows the more screen time kids get, the more problems they have paying attention. A Cleveland Clinic doctor looks at the issues and gives advice to parents.
If you're going to make one call, make it count. Call Creed & Creed today.
This summer, book 2 separate qualifying stays at choicehotels.com and earn a $50 gift card. Because when your business is rewarding yourself, our business is you. Book direct at choicehotels.com.
You're not holding it by the legs, are you?
No, I'm not.
Gorilla Glue. Of course.
Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors, for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
The 2019 model year-end showdown means it's your chance to save at Vantro Toyota. We're selling down the 2019s. Come get massive savings before it's too late. Like a new 2019 Highlander. Get giant discounts plus a $3,000 rebate. Or 0% for 60 months is available. Or drive a new 2019 RAV4, now just $259 a month. At Vantro Toyota, now more than ever, right on the corner, right on the price.
I switched from Dodge.
We switched from Ford.
I switched from Ram. I switched to Chevy.
We switched to Chevy. We switched to Chevy.
For dependability.
For these guys.
And just look at it.
We switched to Chevy.
See for yourself why people are switching at the Chevy All-Star Open House.
Get 15% below MSRP on this all-new Silverado. Or get 0% financing for 72 months on all Silverado LT pickups. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
First 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra. Step up to GMC with 20% below MSRP on this 2019 Sierra Crew Cab SLE with a standard tailgate. That's over $10,000 on this next generation Sierra. See your Monroe area GMC dealer.
Edwards Body Works. Reliable since 1971.
NBC 10 News at 10 continues.
Parents of preschoolers know it's challenging to keep them from watching screens all day long. A recent study shows the more screen time kids get, the more problems they have paying attention. The study looks at data on more than 2,000 children. Researchers found that by the age of 5, kids who spent 2 hours or more per day looking at screens were almost 8 times more likely to be diagnosed with ADHD.
Screen time has become a substitute for boredom. And children have not learned to manage their boredom, to actually discover something that is going to occupy their attention other than the automatic bells and whistles of screen time.
Watch videos with their children rather than by themselves. And when we come back, the conference U.S. Football Media Day are set underway in New Orleans. We'll head down there to get a preview on all the action. Plus, final day at the British Open this morning, but who would be holding the trophy when it was all said and done? Find out next in sports.
Why do we sell so many? Because you save so much. It's Sango's Summer to Save. A GMC Sierra 1500, Texas edition, $43,990. A GMC Sierra 1500, $25,990. A GMC Acadia, just $23,990. A GMC Canyon, $21,990. And a Buick Encore now, $18,990. Shop 24/7, SangoGMC.com. It's your summer to save. Where you make the drive, I'll make the deal at Sango Buick GMC in Winsboro.
4 years ago, Bobby Jindal left Louisiana in crisis.
We have a major budget crisis in Louisiana.
$2 billion shortfall.
Drastic cuts are feared. Higher ed and healthcare are facing deep cuts.
But under Governor Edwards' leadership, we've turned that deficit into a surplus.
This year's surplus. Saving safety net hospitals, nursing homes.
TOPS is fully funded.
Teacher pay raises.
Higher ed is fully funded.
And while there's still work to do, Governor Edwards is leading Louisiana in the right direction.
Here's your Buick, sir.
Actually, that's my Buick.
How are we going to fit in your mom's Buick?
Easy.
I like that new Buick.
Me too.
I was actually talking about that Buick.
I knew that.
Did you?
Buick's fresh new lineup is full of surprises.
Get 13% below MSRP on most 2019 Buick Encore models. That's over $3,400 below MSRP on this 2019 Buick Encore Preferred. See your Monroe area Buick dealer.
Now, your local sports with Spencer Tillis.
Welcome back, and we're getting set for the 2019 Sunbelt Football Media Days. Now, you may remember last year, I had some fun. They had a snake roaming around. I had it climbing on top of me during my shot. I swore I was not going to do that again, so I really have branched out this year and found a gator to go ahead and keep me company. But this is kind of just the start of what's going to be a very fun year. Now, tomorrow morning, we're going to get things started over at the Superdome. Of course, we'll have an opportunity with every single team taking their turn to the mic, and that means we'll have a chance to catch up with head coach Matt Viator and some of the ULM football players. And what an interesting season it looks like it's going to be for those guys. They seem to be knocking on the door the last few years, haven't quite been able to get over the hump, but they bring back a ton of talent. How about third-year starting quarterback Caleb Evans? Problem is, he's going to be looking for some new targets this year. That happens when you have a guy like Marcus Green, who was a two-time first-team all-conference selection. He moved on and is now playing in the league. And it looked like the table was set for R.J. Turner to take over. Instead, he transferred to Texas Tech. Now, they got some questions, and hopefully we'll have some answers for you tomorrow. But that wasn't the only thing that's going on in the world of sports just over the pond today. It was the final day of the British Open, and what a finish they had for some of those home fans. Shane Lowry began the day with a big lead, and he was looking to try and keep it that way. But things were not going his way early on. Misses the par putt right here on the 9th for his second straight bogey. He would fall to 17 under with his lead trimmed down to just 5. To the 10th now, Tommy Fleetwood trying to get a little aggressive and make a move, but he pushes that par putt, and it is off the mark as well. The back 9 we go now, and Lowry playing in the sand, all types of trouble. But check out this shot, a beautiful one. Time beginning to be a factor now for Fleetwood, and he knew he had to make a run as he was running out of holes to play with. Trying to make it happen right here, but he picks the wrong place to get aggressive. That one finds the rough. He would end up parting a double bogey on the hole, and that would just about put this thing out of reach. 18th now, and Lowry making the walk up to close it out, and a standing ovation from the home crowd as he taps it in for the win. And Shane Lowry is your 2019 British Open Championship winner.
I still, to be honest, it hasn't been yet. It's still quite surreal, so it's going to take a few days. To do it here in Port Rush is just even more special. Like, it is really, it is a dream come true. I didn't know if I'd ever achieve anything like this, and I have, and I'm really going to enjoy it.
All right, that is going to be it for sports. I'm going to go ahead and try and get this guy back to his master and maybe enjoy some more of the good food that they got going on here. But we'll have one last look at your forecast coming up next. Where's Danny? Where'd he go?
The 2019 Nissan Rogue with available Nissan Safety Shield 360. This is all-around protection. This is Nissan Intelligent Mobility. Save up to $3,000 on the 2019 Rogue, or get 0% financing for up to 60 months on 12 models.
I just got this new Earn Better checking account at Centric. I get 4.15% now.
Cool.
Earn Better checking. Earn 4.15% APY on balances up to $20,000. Just another way Centric is helping you live better.
Stuck in jail? Call South Second Bail. Bad things sometimes happen to good people. If that's you, then you need to call South Second Bail Bonds. We're fast and friendly and serve all surrounding parishes. Stuck in jail? Call South Second Bail.
First six-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra. Step up to GMC with 20% below MSRP on this 2019 Sierra Crew Cab SLE with a standard tailgate. That's over $10,000 on this next generation Sierra. See your Monroe area GMC dealer.
Last week on Fallon, Jennifer Lopez said hi, and Chance the Rapper didn't lie.
I'm telling the truth! Oh, my God!
This week, Jimmy welcomes Naomi Watts, David Spade, Octavia Spencer, from NBC's Bring the Funny, Jeff Foxworthy, and Fred Armisen. The Tonight Show, all new this week.
Sports with Chris Demersion, weeknights on NBC 10 News.
Forecast shows afternoon highs back in the low 90s tomorrow. Still a hot, humid day. That cold front not moving through late morning, early afternoon. Looks like it'll be late afternoon, early evening. So we'll get another hot, humid day out of it. Showers and storms expected late, and then some early showers on Tuesday. Skies will clear as we head toward the middle and end of the week with highs in the mid to upper 80s, maybe even approaching the 90-degree mark by Friday and Saturday. Morning lows for most of this week falling back into the mid to upper 60s. Not too bad.
Sounds great.
Yep, get out and enjoy it while you can.
Awesome. Well, we'll be back at 5 o'clock. Thanks for joining us, and have a great night.